Hello. So I originally wasn't going to actually make this video because I figured, oh, the ammonite pet is going to be very good and a ton of people are going to make videos about it. And then only 3 people acknowledged that it exists. And of those 3 people, nobody even tried fishing with a level 100 one, probably because they had just been released like a day before, but that doesn't matter. So I'm here to finally say it. The ammonite pet is ridiculously good. How good, you may ask? Well, I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. The first step to figuring out if the new pet was good was to compare it to some like-minded stats from the current fishing meta. By this I mean dolphin and flying fish, because dolphin has comparable sea creature chance to the ammonite pet, and flying fish has a comparable fishing speed. It's been a while since I last fished, so I wanted to make sure that the way that I was using both the dolphin and the flying fish were the best possible, and so I went onto the forums to figure out what the best auto pet method was. That was a mistake. The 2 things I found most often were using both the flying fish and the dolphin on rod cast, and using flying fish on rod cast then swapping to dolphin once you see particles. I just need to test out those 2 compared to a control group of fishing with just dolphin, and I would figure out which actually has much better fishing speed. The results are in, and the verdict is that fishing speed is a complete and utter scam. Method 1, which is using both dolphin and flying fish on hook throw, came in at a total of 57 sea creatures in 5 minutes of fishing. Method 2 of using flying fish and then swapping to dolphin once you see particles came in at a solid 57 sea creatures in 5 minutes of fishing. And then the control group, which just used dolphin and no flying fish involved, got a total of 58 sea creatures in 5 minutes. Don't ask me how, but the greatest fishing speed boost in the entire game that should let you fish 40% faster actually just made me get less sea creatures in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and fish using method 2 because it makes the most sense to me, even though the fishing speed system in general does not make sense to me. And now that that whole useless fiasco is out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and compare these to the ammonite pet. Time to do some fishing. This system makes absolutely no sense. So the whole point of this test, when I planned it out, was to show that ammonite is just about as good as 2 pets combined. Apparently, this pet is actually better than 2 pets combined. After fishing for 30 minutes with a flying fish and dolphin, I got 324 sea creature catches. When I fished for 30 minutes with an ammonite, I got 395. Don't ask me how, I don't know either. So now I'm sitting here wondering how a pet with a less sea creature chance and less fishing speed gave me 71 more sea creatures in the same amount of time. To top it off, I'm not even harder than Mountain 7, so I'm still missing another sea creature chance on the ammonite pet. So if I had harder than Mountain 7, it would be like 3 or 4 sea creatures higher at least. You know what, I'm just not going to question this miraculous pet, because if I do, it's going to make my brain hurt. What I want to figure out now is how much EXP I can get an hour using this pet that is far better than it should be. Just quickly going over what I'm going to be using for this 1 hour test. Maxed Shark Armor with Legion 5. I'm going to bring 2 of my alts to sit like right there so that I get more sea creature chance. Of course, I'm going to be using the ammonite pet. I'll also use a Chimera 5 Shredder for this. I was using a normal Rod of the Sea before, but since I'm going to be going for the most EXP with like no events or Crystal Hollow stuff because I hate the Crystal Hollows, I'm going to be using this Chimera 5 Shredder for it. Going alongside no events, I waited until Marina is no longer Mayor, so you can go out and fish with your own Chimera 5 Rod and level 100 ammonite and get the same amount of EXP that I will, or at least close to, because RNG. And of course I'll be using whale bait for this. So with all that stuff out of the way, I'm going to start a timer and see how much EXP I can get in 1 hour with this pet. Well, this pet has officially broken me. In this 1 hour test of barn fishing with an ammonite pet, I managed to get 491,000 EXP. Keep in mind this is with no events, and I still managed to get more EXP than I had ever gotten during an event. Also, I didn't go on lava fish because I find it really annoying, but my co-op member Young Gravy said that he got up to 850,000 EXP per hour while lava fishing. So that means that if there's any buffs active for EXP, you could get over 1 million fishing EXP per hour. This pet has absolutely no right to be this good, and yet somehow it just is. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that this incredibly good fishing pet that is literally better than both dolphin and flying fish combined is, oh what, 600k? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video before I get a mental breakdown over a fishing pet in Skyblock. I think by now you pretty much get how good the ammonite is, which is far better than it really should be. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.